All right, Britney Spears, she spoke out for the very first time in court, and it was very revealing. She's asking the judge to end her conservatorship that has controlled her life since 2008.
Britney told the judge that she believes the conservatorship is abusive, saying, quote, "It is my wish and dream for all of this to end. I want my life back." She added that she feels ganged up on, bullied, and left out and alone. The Grammy Award-winning singer also said that she's traumatized, not happy, can't sleep, and she's angry. So what are the chances of her conservatorship actually ending? We have family law attorney Jen Brandt, who's joining us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
First, let's talk about the fact that Britney spoke yesterday. I mean, so many people, we've been covering this conservatorship, especially more recently, and many people wanted to hear from her, and the fact that this happened, and what led up to the fact that she was able to speak, and what kind of difference do you think it makes?
Well, I think this was Britney's wish to speak. She said about a month ago in a hearing that she wanted to make a statement to the court, and so she was granted that opportunity by the judge. And I think that it does make a difference because now we are all hearing what she really has to say. You know, to date, she has said that she's not really challenging the conservatorship, and at some point she's even said that she's okay with it. But she's never been able to make a public statement. This was different. She came out and she made her feelings known very clearly. And so we know she's unhappy, and what she'll do next, we'll wait and see.
I think what was one of the most shocking things when she talked about, we know that people have her dad control over her money and her career and what she does, but she didn't even have control over her own body. She was talking about how that she had a IUD and she couldn't go to the doctor and have it removed.
Yeah, well, a conservatorship is someone who can make all kinds of personal conservatorship, makes decisions on your behalf. And usually it's for those people who are developmentally disabled or, elderly people who suffer from severe dementia, somebody who can't make decisions. That's what a conservatorship is for. So medical decisions are part of that. And it's not unusual for someone not to be able to make those kind of decisions when they have a conservator appointed for them. It's really sad when you hear hear her saying she wants to have a baby and we can't believe that that's something that can happen in modern times, especially to a pop star who seems to be, able to perform and earn money and do all kinds of things, but yet can't make her own medical decisions.
And even also concerning was the fact they said that she's been taking lithium, and she mentioned that it's very strong, it's different from the medication that she's used to, and she talked about how if you go on it for a long period of time, it can have long-term effects mentally on you.
Yeah, and she said that she felt drunk. It seems like she was drugged. I mean, she said she felt like a slave. I mean, hearing her makes us all think, why is this in place? But Britney needs to take some steps now to undo the conservatorship. She has to file a petition to allow this to go away. She hasn't done that yet. She also made a statement about, not wanting to involve any more doctors or have any more medical professionals involved. But really, she should have some type of doctor, somebody who will be able to come forward and say medically, it's not necessary for her to have a conservatorship. She is able to make sound decisions. This is one step that she's made, toward that goal. But now she has to get all the evidence together to show why it's not necessary for her to have this conservator on her behalf.
There's just so many struggling artists and people that have abuse issues and stuff. I mean, it's like, I can't even think of another case that has any similarities where someone's going to run you and then force you to work. She's perfectly fine remembering all the dance moves and all the things that make the money and remembering all the lyrics of her songs and performing with that residency in Las Vegas, and that can keep her churning that, just dancing away, earning the money. But she can't do anything and drive her own car. I think that's what's so disturbing. And she talked about being forced to work.
Right. Well, if you go back in time, back in 2007, 2008, when this happened, she was in a crisis. And, there must have been, we don't know because the records have been sealed, but there must have been some serious evidence to get a conservator appointed. Because you hear about, Hollywood stars having a lot of troubles, and why her? Why does she need a conservator? But there must have been a lot of serious medical issues going on for a conservator to be appointed. Britney says she didn't know that she could undo this in the 13 plus years that she's had it. Now she obviously knows that she can take steps to try to get the conservator removed, and she should probably do that at this point in time. It's just, we don't know what was going on for those 13 years. At some points in time, she said she was sort of okay with it. So we'll see now if,
Well, we
if
know
the judge
now,
actually removes it.
she mentioned, even though she said she was okay, she said she's lied. She said she
Yeah.
lied to the world, she lied to herself, and she said she thought if she said it enough, she might become happy. So what we
Right.
thought she was dealing with, or what we thought she was feeling, is now she's saying, no, actually, I was actually dealing with more on the inside. So what now? Now that she's spoken and now that we're learning all of these details, what is the judge going to have to decide after that hearing? And then you mentioned that she's also going to have to file and to end it, right? So what was
Right.
the point of yesterday, and what is the judge now going to have to do?
Well, I think the point of yesterday was Britney coming forward, really speaking her mind. And if you listen to what she said, I mean, it really came from her heart. It didn't seem like it was anything prepared. It seemed like it was really her words. So, I mean, it's important that the judge heard that. I think the judge is human too, and must feel like we all feel about this. But now Britney should file her petition to get the conservator removed and present the proper evidence to show the court, hey, I can make sound decisions. I'm okay. I'm healthy. I'm able to, go on with my life without having anybody control my finances or my personal decisions.
But to clarify, though, because you're saying that she still has to file her own. So then what was the point? I know that you said she wanted to be heard, so the judge doesn't have to make any decision off yesterday. That was just literally to have it as public record?
Yeah, I think that was part of earlier hearings in this matter. So, yeah, she wanted to be heard, and she wanted to have her true feelings expressed. And I think what was important about yesterday, she also wanted it public. To date, everything's been sealed and everything's been secret. She wanted the world to know how she feels and wanted us to be talking about it like we are, and to know that she really isn't happy with what's going on.
Is there a certain amount of time that she has to file then to end the conservatorship, or?
Well, I
Whenever
think
she's
she could have done it all along, but certainly now it seems like there's a great impetus for her to get this moving forward and get it over and done with.
We say you wore your yellow, the Free Britney movement. Like they say, wear yellow if you need help, Britney. Just do that.
I didn't wear my Free Britney T-shirt, but I did wear yellow.
All right, Jen, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you.
And also, obviously, her father spoke. He had a comment. He said he's sorry that his daughter's suffering and in so much pain. And this was from his team put it out. Mr. Spears loves his daughter very much. So that's what he had to say on that one.
So this is something we'll be continuing to cover as more comes out.